Happy Monday. What's up? Heather, whatever, Tammy, Matthew, Tyranna, Shelly from earlier, Wendy, Pekka, what's up? Dusty, how's it going? Lisa Boo, D Nice. Chris Barber, what's up? How's everyone's Monday going? Julissa, how's everyone's Monday going so far? We had rain here, so it's been a rainy day today. It's kind of cold. California cold, I should say. We'll wait for Lisa Boo. Thank you for the super sticker. It's a fitness pair saying cool. Hearts for Lisa Boo. Thank you, Lisa Boo, for the support. You're awesome. Hearts for Lisa Boo. Wendy, thank you. I love the studio. Brandon's in the house. Guys, just reminding everyone to make sure you smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Thank you, Lisa Boo. I appreciate that. D Nice is trying to air out the house because one of my siblings went heavy with the bleach. So my eyes are burning. Oh, that's bad. Julissa goes, good. I was very productive today. Cleaned the house, did laundry, and already had dinner. Oh, super cool. Joanne, what's up? I did laundry too as well today. And I'm actually watching, I don't even know what it's called. It's about the Cecil. It's like another documentary that I came about. I just started the last episode of it. Forgot what it's called. Crime Scene, The Vanishing of the Cecil Hotel. It's actually kind of interesting. Tyranna! Thank you for the super sticker, and it's the fitness pair again with a thumbs up. Hearts for Tyranna, guys. Thank you, Tyranna. Delay Lux. As always, Skeleduck is somewhere in the background. Just remind me to reveal his location at the end of the stream. Jennifer Marie, what's up? Tyranna with the free hashtag free DOA. And D Nice with the hashtag find the duck. If you guys are in the Telegram group, D Nice showed a cool picture of find the pinche duck, which I thought was kind of cool. If you guys haven't seen it already. Julissa goes, I was watching a Johnny Depp movie, The Professor. I'd never seen it. It's a little sad. Matthew already found him because Matthew has the eagle eyes. Gene Rick, what's up? At work on last break. Hope everyone's having an awesome Monday. I'm glad you dropped by, Gene Rick, on your last break. That's super cool. Hopefully you don't have too much longer to go on your workday. Hopefully it goes by quick. Usually the last hour or two goes by the slowest. Unless you're busy. If you're busy, then it goes by super quick. Waiting for a few more. I'll wait a few more minutes, see who trickles in before I get into my main topics here. Jennifer Marie goes, Skeleduck should be the mascot for our Demon Begone religious spray collection. For sure. He should be. He'll be on the spray bottles. Demon Begone, a Febreze collection. Comes in holy water scent. Not that holy water has a scent. Sage. Whatever else I could think of that could go with the Demon Begone. Jen, what's up? Julissa goes, is Skeleduck only showing her head today? No, no, Skeleduck isn't. I kind of gave it away. Pekka, thank you for dropping by to say hi. I appreciate it. Jennifer Murray goes 3 sets. Oh yeah, I forgot about garlic. Holy water, sage, and garlic. That's right. You gotta have your garlic for those vampires. It can be pesky sometimes. you, you never know unless you want a vampire around. I don't know. Some people love vampires. I like vampires, so I don't think of them as peskies, but just for those that need that defense. D Nice goes, I took a screenshot. We'll look for it once my eyes stop burning. That's okay, Pekka. I'm just glad, but thank you for dropping by. That's some dedication there. But wait, for only 19.95 more, you can get the travel sense. Just imagine. Wendy goes, my boo is a vamp in his game. Nothing wrong with vampires. It's just a little garlic can be good for you. Just imagine you're watching TV at 2 in the morning and Kimberly, what's up? And you see that. What would you think? Kimberly with the hashtag free DOA. I heard that he is going to be released tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Chris Barber goes, I'm beginning to think that even if the duck was sitting on your head, I still wouldn't see it. I was going to do that just as a joke. I may, so watch out. I may put him somewhere that's completely obvious next time. Jennifer Marie would immediately buy all the scents. I think I would too. Because I would. I don't know why. It's just something strange and unusual. And I would definitely be like, what is this stuff? I'd buy it for sure. And then there'll be a part where you're using the garlic scent. And it'll be like, if you have those pesky vampires that lurk in the shadows, just spray twice and they will appear. Jennifer Marie goes, I'll hook Skeleduck up with this Febreze. Jen goes, trying to find the duck tonight is like chasing the family tree. It's hidden well. Kimberly goes, that's the word on the street. DOA has been held for things he didn't do. That's for sure. Lisa Boo goes, that's when I put him in when I put Skeleduck in straight view, that's when everyone will find him. That's what Lisa Boo says. That's when she will find him. Pekka is a vampire. Hopefully, D-Nice, with all the windows open, the bleach smell would disappear. I'm kind of a night owl too, which is weird. I'm like both. I'm a day person. I'm a day walker, as I call it, and a night walker. They're night walkers, beware. So, how many of y'all own a tarot card deck. I have one and I was gonna grab it and I forgot to bring it with me. It's an actual mine is actually a wolf tarot deck. So I do have a tarot deck. It's in the other room. I kind of like D Nice goes Panda Bear does. D Nice doesn't. Pekka doesn't. Jin doesn't. Lisa Boo does. I have one and it's like a wolf with wolves on it, which I thought was kind of cool. I was gonna bring it with me and I left it in the other room. Joanne goes owns several. It's a collector. And there's some cool ones I've seen on Amazon. They have some cool looking ones on Amazon too. Dusty reviewed them online. Matthew does it, but he has a Princess Bride playing card. Oh, that is super cool. I love that movie. Wendy yeeted it because she got spooked. Pekka has a League of Legends one. That's super cool. So what I decided to do is to look into the history of tarot cards, just out of curiosity, because I've done a show on Ouija boards and wanted to delve into the tarot cards, and I've had a tarot card reading done on me before as well. Panda Bear goes, I have about 6 or 7 of them. Oh, that's cool. Chris has Chippendale dancers on cards. There's a deck I want that has cats that are kind of go like a mystical cats. So this article is from history. If I can find it here. And it's the strange history of tarot cards. And I also have another article to kind of do a follow up. Pekka goes as the cat. Timbarge there. Matthew goes mystical kitties. Brandon goes, my favorite Chippendale dancer was Chris Farley. Jen, thank you for dropping by and saying hi. Appreciate it. So it starts off this article, I think it's an older, well, it doesn't say when it came out, actually. Does not. Darn. So it goes, the supposed connection with otherworldly ephemera, I know I'm butchering that, have made pinpointing a credible starting point in the history of tarot problematic. But we're confident that by the 1430s, tarot cards were used to play a popular Italian game called tarocchi. Tarocchi. The tarot deck. We might recognize tarot as a standard deck of 4 suits, plus an additional suit that compromises 22 numbered picture cards. The 4 suits, at a glance, may appear to have nothing in common with the standard deck, but look again. Using the ubiquitous Rider Watt deck as control, the wands are clubs, the cups are hearts, the swords are speeds, and the pentacles are diamonds. And just like a standard deck, each suit has 10 numbered cards. But there is an additional court card in each suit too. The king and queen are instantly recognizable, but the jack has been dropped in favor of the page and the knight. Collectively, these cards are known as the minor arcane in tarot. But it's the extra 5th suit of 22 triumphs, formerly called triumphi, now known as the Arcana Major, that puts us into new territory. These begin at 0 with the Fool. Then in numerical order, we have the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the lovers, the the ch- the chariot. Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this. The chariot. Strength, I can't read today. Strength, the hermit, wheel of fortune, justice, the hangman, death, temperance, the devil, the tower, the star, the moon, the sun, judgment, and the world. This suit is arguably the source of tarot's controversy because they are more important than the other four suits, yet their symbolism, literally at face value, is inconclusive. Parlor game. D Nice goes, I like getting readings from people who don't know me. That's a good way because then you can kind of debunk it. So that actually, D Nice, that is a good way to get readings from someone you don't know that know nothing about you. And then if they pinpoint on something, then you'll be like, huh. It makes you think. D Nice goes, here's the thing. I had cards read for me on 3 occasions too. Two at carnivals and festivals, one with one of my siblings, the one with my sister who claims to be a witch was biased, the other two legit. Oh, cool. Parlor game. What's up, Osiris? How's it going? Parlor game. In the 1440s, tarot cards were luxury items created by skilled. I actually had before I started, I actually had a tarot reading, but it was with someone that wasn't really a tarot card reader. So it was kind of like whatever what didn't use tarot cards, so it was kind of like reading out of the book because tarot cards comes with a book that tells you what each card stands for, and that's kind of how it was. And I think my mom, before I was born, went to a fortune teller. I don't know if it was tarot cards, but she had said something about a fortune teller. Wendy goes, I got a reading in Boston, spot on. Yikes. Parlor game in the 1440s, ladies and gentlemen. Tarot cards were luxury items created by skilled artists to be enjoyed as part of a parlor game that revolved around tricking your opponent rather than as tool of divination. Ooh. We know this as a fact because many of the original cards have survived, such as those found in the Visconti Tarot, made before 1447 for Filippo Maria Visconti, aka the last Duke of Milan. In this instant, the Trionfi featured prominent members of the family, but other versions see representations of allegorical figures lost in time. If it wasn't for the invention of the printing press in the 1450s, which helped to formalize the cards and make them more accessible to a wider audience, tarot may well have remained as benign as Uno, but that didn't happen. Pekka goes, thanks, Lisa, for being the only YouTuber to say my name right with hard P and 2 times hard K. Oh, no problem. Wendy goes, when she was having her reading, she grabbed my hands first, amid, then laid out the cards. Ooh, wow. Lisa Boo has heard of haunted decks, but not sure if I believe it or not. I've kind of heard it too, but that's kind of like the scene to believing or actually getting your hands on one just to see what happens, kind of to investigate it. If you can find a haunted deck, I'm sure there's plenty that you can find out there that people say that they're haunted. Heather, whatever, what's up? Matthew goes, never had one, probably say what usually happens to me anyways. Magical imagery. Unlike a standard pack of playing cards, the tarot deck is heavy on imagery and light on definition, making them ideal for an illiterate population population ripe for alternative interpretations. The best way of making this point is to compare them to the simple information depicted on a standard deck of playing cards, where we take symbols and numbers at face value. The ace of spades is just that. We don't question it. However, the joker often extravagantly depicted in comparison to the rest of the deck has a more obscured ominous presence. It can be both beneficial or harmful depending on the game in hand, and may explain why some incorrectly believe the Joker is related to the Fool in a pack of tarot cards. The Joker, for reference, wasn't invented until the 19th century. Ambiguous meaning. In tarot, everything is obscured. Even the minor arcane is made more esoteric, with illustrations that appear allegorical, though at a glance are devoid of meaning. But the so called Arcana Major comes with descriptions and decorative depictions, yet it's devoid of any obvious context, which is asking for trouble when you consider the strange combination of religious, astronomical, and secular imagery, with justice, judgment, and death included for good measure. Wendy goes, "Don't buy a flea market deck, buy bad mojo." It's same thing with any items at like a flea market. You never know who had it before you or if it's cursed. Like, remember that one article I said that a flea market actually had a human skull for sale? So you never know like what can pop up in those flea markets. Even haunted furniture. Nikki, what's up? The occult, to suggest the one man, French occultist Jean Baptiste Elet was the first person to regard the tarot deck as something more than 78 pretty cards would be naive, but it was Alet's definitive guide to tarot, published around 1780, that formally gave tarot its occult sensibility for the first time. It was Alet, for example, who separated the pack into the minor arcane and arcana major, but we must be careful to not confuse occultism with malevolence. The basic premise behind Alet Tarot was to use ancient knowledge as a tool for spiritual development, not as some arcane system of predicting the future or worse. Aleister Crowley. Perhaps the man responsible for making tarot nefarious was English writer Aleister Crowley, who called himself Beast 666 and was famously dubbed as the wickedest man in the world by the British press. After blowing the family fortune on his hedonistic lifestyle, Crawley's final act of insurrection was to write the Book of Thoth, named after the Egyptian god of wisdom and magic, and a few years before he died, produced a tarot deck called the Thoth, notably for its beautiful illustrations by his friend and follower, Lady Frida Harris. For those looking for answers in a deck of tarot cards, consider that Crawley had originally intended the Thoth to be a traditional tarot deck, but it was Lady Frida Harris who insisted that the illustrations had an occult theme. Heather, whatever goes, I only got rid of one thing, a sterling silver pendant I found in an alley in LA when I first moved there with symbols from another country on it. Something about it really bothered me. Ooh. Probably good thing you did, Heather, whatever. But knowing me, because I know everyone's saying don't get flea market stuff, knowing me, I probably would buy one from a flea market. Thank you, Pika. Or Pekka, I'm sorry. I know it's not the other way that everyone says. Pekka. Tarot's enduring popularity. Therein lies tarot's power. You can project onto the cards anything you want. A parlor game, a means of fortune telling, even a doorway into another world. Whichever way you look at it, a deck of tarot cards is more than just 78 pretty pictures in a box, and you're free to interpret that any way you want. And I guess that is the end of the article. Guys, what did you think of the history of tarot cards? I had no idea that it was around in the 1400s, but it didn't become Aleister Crowley was the one, perhaps the one that actually put them on the book as actual, like what we know of tarot cards today, which is kind of cool. Wendy goes, I knew it was ancient. Yeah, D Nice, it did say that it could be interpreted any way you want, which kind of, I mean, that if, but that's whoever wrote the article. It doesn't say who wrote the article, unfortunately. It does not. It literally does not say who wrote the article. So I could say that's an interpretation of whoever wrote that article. But that also kind of makes it a little unsettling because now it's saying who's ever doing tarot, it's their own interpretation, meaning that you could go to 3 different tarot people and they pull the same cards and it could be a different meaning. So that is kind of unsettling. Julissa goes, it's a very interesting history, but I've never dabbled in them. Matthew has never had any problem getting anything from the flea market. I haven't either. I've bought a few things from the flea market, but I've never had any issues. But if someone said something was haunted and it was at a flea market, I would be more inclined to buy it. I don't know why I'm that type of person. Wendy goes, and I believe, not to say that tarot card readers are false. It's just, and Wendy's actually had a legit experience. So I mean, I guess it just depends on who you go to, and that's kind of now it makes me want to go and get a tarot card reading. Panda Bear goes, it depends on how you read the heart of the card. Exactly. I mean, things things have different meanings to different people, so it kind of makes sense. Wendy goes, so don't sage from the flea market. Well, you never know, Wendy, because you could get something that has a terrible past. Like I've heard stories where people have bought furniture from a flea market or from, like from a secondhand store, and it ends up having like a bad history to it and a bad energy, and you bring that into your house and it causes a haunting. I've heard of that. I've never had that happen to me myself, but so in some ways I don't even think saging, even if you sage, maybe if it's something like that, I don't even think it could protect you from it. D Nice goes, manipulative. Yeah, it can be. D Nice goes, that's why, again, I only go to strangers, not manipulated family members. True. Exactly. Because if you're going to someone that doesn't know anything about you and they're telling you stuff about you, then it makes sense. It makes complete sense. Because then you'll be like, oh, how did they know that? Like, they don't know anything about me. Like, when I had that impromptu reading, she knew nothing about me. So, but she was telling me stuff that, like, was plausible. That was plausible and made sense. Dusty Lane goes, you're supposed to ask a queen? And she retracted her comment. Panda Bear goes, I've never been to a tarot card reader, but I've had watched tarot readers on YouTube. I've done like online ones, but you don't know just for fun. You know how they have those readers on Etsy and you pay like $2 just for fun? I've done that just for fun, just to see what it says, just out of curiosity. Lisa Booz goes, if it's something no one else knows, yeah, it can be. Then I know it's like, okay, there's some plausibility to this. Like, there's some truth to this. Like, how do you know that? I've never told anybody that. Not even someone I know knows about that. You know what I mean? That would be freaky. Dusty Lane goes, you're supposed to ask a question. Well, yeah, because you're true. Because those online ones that I do for fun, you kind of put you give them like your info, and then you kind of, if it's a specific question, then you ask a question. I just do those for fun, just to see what happens. D Nice goes, I made the mistake of stumbling onto a card reading on TikTok. Then I started to get bombarded either messages asking for money, so no. Or you'll get them on Facebook, like they'll be psychics. We're going live on Friday at 7 p.m. Get your questions in. You may get a question answered by our renowned psychic, like stuff like that. So it's kind of like with crazy things. Or you're driving, and all of a sudden you see like this small, tiny home and it says tarot readings. I've seen those, but I've never actually gone in those. I've always been curious about those, but I've never gone in those. I found this article. I guess there's a official tarot card for 2024, apparently. And I found this article. Gunner Girl, what's up? I found this from the Cosmopolitan, and it goes, this is the official tarot card of 2024, and it goes, yes, this is a thing. I didn't know it was a thing. I know there's a farmer's almanac that comes out every year, but I didn't know there was a tarot card of the year. And this article was written 2 months ago. Another year is about to begin, offering us new opportunities, fresh starts, and the ability to create whatever story we desire in the next 365 days. And all of that is far easier to do when we gain a new perspective by checking in with the cosmos for guidance. One of the ways we can do this is by looking at the universal tarot card of the year. Yes, every year has a corresponding universal tarot card. This tarot card offers insight into the collective energy impacting everyone during the next year. The archetypal themes that hold up mirrors to reflect karmic lessons, the abundance of opportunity that awaits, and the challenges that have a likely potential to come up. All of this information is so valuable because we can use it to enhance our plans and go with the flow. Panda Bear has never gone into those stores. I always get bad vibes for some reason. What is the Universal Tarot card of the year of 2024, which I didn't even know existed? The Universal Tarot card ties into numerology and is calculated by breaking down the year into single digits before adding them all together to find our universal number. So it's saying that 2024, when you add each number up, it ends up as an 8. Card number 8 of the tarot's major arcana is strength. So the universal tarot card of the year of 2024 is strength. What does the strength tarot card mean for 2024? Strength is a card not of brute force or physical strength, but of the inner strength we possess to face and overcome any challenges. Traditionally, the strength card was known as fortitude, a nod to the emotional power we cultivate during times of adversity. After all, it is in our darkest hours that we discover how strong we truly are. Because of this, a strength year brings us back to ourselves and our inner power. 2024 is a year to show ourselves kindness, compassion, patience, and understanding. Explore, dude. I'm going off topic here, but that freaking ad just makes me want to have lifesavers now. So guys, go out and get some lifesavers. Brandon goes, call me for your free reading. Explore vulnerability in yourself as well as your relationships, and don't be afraid to bring the walls down. True strength doesn't force situations into something they're not meant to be, even when you may be feeling frustrated. Instead, it indicates a lesson in self control, like by remembering to respond from a place of centered peace rather than emotionally reacting. 2024 to pause and to take a deep breath in order to remain calm under pressure, to reflect and consider before making a move, and to follow your own inner wisdom, even when the going gets tough. Strength is the key to finding your never ending source of personal strength to progress on your personal journey. Strength provides an invitation to welcome your inner wildness and our animal instincts. There's no need to tame yourself, my darling, because we are all multidimensional beings who contain multitudes of emotion, and none of them are good or bad. They just exist. What do you do with all these emotions, and what can you learn from them? Are these habits that need to change to bring you to a healthier place? Do you need to invoke a little more self discipline, or maybe you just need to forgive yourself for just being human? This year has the potential to present opportunities to go within and explore the places of fear, pain, anger, doubt, or whatever feels uncomfortable, to look at and incorporate all and face it with compassion, kindness, and acceptance. This freaking ad is driving me nuts. D Nice goes, Miss Cleo. I've heard of Miss Cleo. Was an American television personality and actress best known for portraying Miss Cleo, a spokeswoman for a psychic pay-per-call minute service called Psychic Readers Network. They still have the Psychic Readers Network. I think they still have something similar to because she goes in a series of television commercials that aired from 1997 to 2003. I think they still have the Psychic Readers Network. And her name was Yuri Del Harris, and she passed away. I remember her. I remember hearing about Miss Cleo way back in the day. Matthew goes, I remember her, but she was found out she wasn't. I mean, I never called, but I'm sure a bazillion people did. She passed away in 2016. But I'm sure people did call to find answers because we're very curious people. And sometimes some of us don't know what to do and want to hear what the cards have to say or the stars reveal about us. Wendy goes, why don't those psychics call me? Just saying. So then it goes, how can I work with the Strength Tarot card in 2024? D Nice goes, I would never call. I just found it funny she would go in and out of accent. That's definitely a bad sign right there that told you, yep, no, nah, nada. Nope, 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 nope. The themes of the Strength card show that 2024 is a time to learn into your lean, into your lust for life and enjoy every moment fully. Where can you lean more into temptation, and where must you show restraint? Are you allowing yourself to be who you really are? Or are you suppressing your true self to fit into some supposedly perfect idea to meet others' expectations? Are you doing what you truly desire or what you think you should do because society or family or friends or whatever dictates so? Don't let anyone tell you that it's impractical to live life guided by your passions. It's actually quite courageous to go out of your comfort zone and live life on your own terms. This could be your year to quit that day job. Huh. That's kind of weird. That's slowly killing your soul in favor of pursuing your passions. That whoa. That line is just a little too relevant to my life right now. It could mean sharing the parts of yourself that you keep hidden away in fear of judgment. Or it could be simply call you to choose to do what makes you happy, free of others' criticism and comments. Whatever changes you're making, it won't be rash or overnight because strength reminds us to be patient. 2024 could be a real game changer year for you, so be bold and completely fearless. Now is the time to be more yourself than ever before. Whatever it is that comes up for you in this year ahead, the energy of the strength card is here to remind you of your immense courage, your unwavering patience, and your vast inner fortitude. Strength is telling you, you've got this. Whoa, this article is crazy. What do you guys think of that article? That kind of had some relevance to my life there in a sentence. Matthew goes, she was on Orlando Real Radio 104.1 as a guest on a guy called Drew Garabo long ago when she was a thing. Tyranna wouldn't call. Panda Bears have heard of the network but wouldn't call. Dusty was, I was thinking about your situation while you were reading. Lisa Bugo's so relevant for all of us, I think. Wendy, I like to F with telemarketers, then apologize. Is that bad? One of my, well, he's like my coworker, but he was my friend as well. Every time he telemarketer would call, he would mess with them. And I would be laughing. He'd be like, he would say his name and we go, Bar and Grill, how can I help you? D Nice goes, it's so slimmer. I know, that's what's crazy. And it says 2024 is the strength card. So that's crazy. That was weird that I found that article. Wendy goes, always, I know, they like to call it the worst times. So he was messing because I guess they were saying his car got in an accident. So he was like, which car? Where at? He knew he was messing with, he knew it was a scam. Lisa Boo goes, bam, it was for you, Lisa. I know, that is weird. And I'm the one that I found the article too. So, like, it would, dang. Woo, that gave me chills. So it's, I didn't know that was the thing. So when I found the article, I was like, what? It is cosmopolitan though, so. Which is crazy. Dusty goes, they always ask if it's a convenient time. Or are you busy right now? Uh, yes. Do you have a minute? We'd like to talk about your. I don't know if I told you the story. I forgot what I was calling for. I think it was for I forgot. I think it was for my cell phone at the time. And I forgot what the reason why I was calling. And the person on the other, I think I told you guys this story. The person on the other line did not believe I was the person calling. And I literally gave them, they're like, what year did you graduate from high school? They were asking me all these freaking questions. And I go, "What year were you born?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't have to tell you all this stuff, but I am, and I am the person you're talking to." And they kept giving me a hard time. I forgot what I was calling for, like, what the reason for why I was calling, but they were giving me a hard time. They were like, "You're not this person. Put your parents on the line." I go, "I am that person." "What year did you graduate from?" I told them. "When's your birth date?" Because yeah, they normally ask, like, "What's your birth date and your address," and all that kinda stuff just to get in. I mean, now there's a passcode that you have to give them, but at the time there wasn't. "Tinkle Tits, what's up?" But yeah, and I was fighting over the phone with them. It was years ago. I can't even remember the why I was calling. And she kept badgering me, like, "You're not the person." I go, "I am the person, and I need to get this fixed because I forgot what it was for I was calling for in the first place." And she was like, "When were you born? When'd you graduate?" "What's this? What's that?" And I go, "I am the person, and I'm the owner of this damn phone." Like, I was getting mad. I was, like, going off on her because it's like, "Dude," I was saying, "I'm giving you all the right information. Now, like, can we get this problem fixed?" It was super annoying. Chris goes, "I have no idea who I am." Lisa Boo goes, "I start asking them questions." That's the only time I've ever had a problem. I've never had a problem after that. I know I should have thought of that at the time, but I didn't think of that. I mean, I probably should have just hung up and called again and then to get someone else, because that was just ridiculous. It was like a good 10 minutes before I think I don't even know what happened because it was so long ago. I don't even remember what happened. Like, if I got my problem fixed or if I hung up. Chris Barber, I'm the same way. I never pick up the phone unless it's someone I know. Same here. And I don't answer the door unless I'm expecting somebody. D Nice goes, "I like it when people call me about a parking ticket or speeding ticket." I'm like, "I don't have a driver's license, but an identification card." You're like, I don't drive, so how am I supposed to get a parking or speeding ticket?" Oh my gosh, I can just imagine that. That's crazy. Do any of you all live near Indiana? That is funny, D Nice. That makes no sense. Panda Bear goes, "Nope." Matthew goes, "No, but I live for Jones." Matthew. I've got the poster for Temple of Doom right behind me. Alright, I don't live near Indiana, but I thought this was kinda cool, and if I did, I would probably go. But a haunted this is from 99.5 WKDQ, and a haunted Indiana sanatorium is hosting a paranormal convention. Chris Barber is neighbors with Indiana, that's cool. So the Indiana State Sanatorium, located in Rockville, Indiana, sits the old Indiana State Sanatorium. According to the Indiana State University Library, the Indiana State Sanatorium was once called the Indiana State Tuberculosis Hospital and was opened in 1907. The sanatorium had great success with curing tuberculosis, and in 1919, the name was changed to the Indiana State Sanatorium. Whew! Try to say that over and over again. The old building was abandoned in 2011, but then purchased in 2020, where the new owner sets up tours and overnight stays. With a place that has a notorious haunted history like the Indiana State Sanatorium, it makes sense that they would host a paranormal convention. That is so cool. That's what the article said, Tinkle Tits. But I don't know. It said that the Indiana State Sanatorium is said to be a prime location for hearing disembodied voices, seeing apparitions, and a hotbed for poltergeist activity. If you think you're brave enough to roam around the grounds of the old sanatorium yourself, you can check out the Indiana State Sanatorium's different tour options, which would be kind of cool. So it's saying the ISS Con on August 17th, 2024, the ISS Con will take place. This year it will be at the Billy Creek Village. Billy Creek Village is only 7 minutes from Indiana State Sanatorium, so it will be easy to enjoy both properties during the convention. Here's what the Indiana State Sanatorium has to say about ISS Con and the special guests they already have lined up, which sounds pretty cool if you live near the area. And it's $20 per person. Hey, that's even better. Special guest, Project Fear. Steve Bro and Dylan Stevens from Haunted Nights. Special guest, Kalani Ghost Hunter. Special guest, Christopher Lee Jensen. Special guest, Lauren Helkson. Hellickson. Hosted by Resident Undead. Just for $20, that's not bad, actually. If I lived in that area, I would go. That's cheap to go to a convention nowadays. Tickle Tits goes Amber Heard cured multiple personality disorder in the ward. Chris Barber goes, just checked. It's about 2 hours from me. You should go, Chris. It's like $20 to go to the convention, but I guess I don't know what the tours are. Let's see what the tour, and that's cheap for a convention. Usually conventions are freaking like $100 or more. That's really cheap for a convention. Holy crap. Oh, dude, if I lived in this area, if I lived there, oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me get the right, because I clicked on the for the tours just out of curiosity. All right. So the tours, they've got private investigations. Holy crap. Never mind, the private investigation's expensive. It goes Sunday through Thursday, $700. Friday and Saturdays are $1,000. I don't think so. But they have overnight accommodation. So if you have it, you share a room and you bring your own bedding with an air mattress, etc. It's $100. Single is 40 and double is 60. So you could spend the night there. It says the commercial building is the only building with power and water on site. The buildings for investigations have neither water or electricity. The commercial buildings also have handicap accessible bathrooms, a small kitchen with refrigerator and microwave, and a room to charge all your gear. I don't know if I would want to. There's flashlight tours, which are $40. Daytime events, $40 as well. There's a day roam where you just roam without anybody for 25. But to have the place to yourself, it's like $700. I don't think so. Chris Berg goes, that's ridiculous. Panda Bear goes, I wouldn't pay that. I mean, hey, to spend the night, it's like $60, so I guess it's not that bad. You could spend the night and do an investigation from the room for $60, but even that, just out of curiosity. Wendy would do the day roam for 25. The day roam for 25 is not that bad. If you had to pay, that's not that bad at all. That's not bad, but to do an investigation, which I'm assuming they give you full range of the entire place for $700? Hell no, dude. Where does that money go? One wants to know. Which is a good question. Tyrana goes, that price is crazy too much. Matthew goes, I buy that for $1. But that is just crazy. That is, they should allow us just to go in there by ourselves. I get if you're going to spend the night, maybe you should, because there's obviously, they got to pay for electricity, so I get it. So if you spend the night, I guess they supply you with the bed, so hey, for $40, it's not that bad. But still, especially if you're doing it on the weekends, $1,000. No. And I guess the room is included with the investigation. But nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. But that would be a cool place to go though, regardless. All right, my next article is from TMZ, and it's Zach Bagans has acquired another item for his haunted museum. And I usually don't go by TMZ, but Zach posted this himself on his socials. For some odd reason, he likes TMZ. I always thought TMZ was, I don't know, I never believed anything TMZ said, but He posted this himself, so we're going to go with it. Zach Bagans' cursed jewelry box going on display from dead model's home. Zach Bagans has a new cursed item going on display at his museum, one with a connection to a recently deceased Playboy model, Masumi Max, TMZ has learned. The paranormal investigator tells us Charles Max, Masuimi's brother, met him at his museum in Las Vegas and was totally rattled by an innocuous looking jewelry box he said once belonged to MM's mom. Thank goodness. I didn't have to say that again. After their mother died, Charles told Zach their father kept the jewelry box, an odd move because Charles says Korean people generally burn a loved one's possessions after they died. I thought that looked familiar because that's something kind of looking like what my mom had. That I think I have something of my mom's that looked like that. That's why I was like, wait a minute, that looks familiar. Charles ended up taking the box and quickly wished he hadn't. He told Zach the box gives people amnesia and detailed several other terrifying experiences with the creepy artifact. For example, Zach says Charles told him several mirrors in the house cracked when he put the box next to them. Cold spots cropped up in different places in the home where Charles said he could see his own breath. He claimed he would feel paralyzed at times, describing it as being grabbed by an unseen force. Ultimately, Charles told Zach he gave the box to one of his sisters, not Masumi, who swears she never gave it to Masumi. While the paranormal experiences stopped haunting Charles, the whole family has no explanation for how the box ended up in Masumi's possession. We broke the story. Masumi died last month at her Las Vegas area home. Cops said no foul play was suspected at the time. Through her cause of death is still unclear. She was only 45. On the same day she passed, Charles and his older sister went to her house and found the jewelry box on the floor near the door. Again, shocking because the other sister said she didn't give it to Masumi. Charles swears Masumi would never have wanted the box. She didn't have a good relationship with her mother, so there's no reason she'd covet it. One creepy factor, quidinky dink. Masumi died on the same date as her mother. Oh. Zach says the only thing in the jewelry box is a broken necklace. You can check it out for yourself at his haunted museum in Vegas if you're brave enough to get that close. Guys, what do you think of this article? The fact that she passed away on the same day as her mother is creepy. The fact that they're saying that no one gave her the box, I'm kind of iffy about that, but the fact that she died on the same day as her mother, that is crazy. That is super crazy. And real quick, if any of you guys have a cool article, a video, a story you like to share, D Nice has graciously dropped the link. Email me at graysonreport13@gmail.com and I will share it on my next or one of my live streams because sometimes I run out of time. But I will share it on my live stream. Could be a TikTok video, a cool article. Like Panda Bear sent me one about an Irish vampire, which I thought was kind of cool. So if you got anything like that, please email me at graysonreport13@gmail.com. Tyrana goes, that is creepy. I would save my mom's jewelry box, all bad karma. I did not know. Roberto, what's up? I did not know that in Korea they burn they burn the possessions of the dead. I had no idea. I have never heard of that. I guess they do. I don't know how, because I'm looking it up, guys, because now I'm curious. Because they mentioned that uh in this article that they burn a loved one's possessions after they die, which I did not know, but apparently so this article's from Create Trip. All you need to know about Korean funerals. So funerals across the world are, I'm going down a rabbit hole, guys, because now I'm curious. Funerals across the world are similar in that they are events where family and friends gather to celebrate the memory of the deceased. But how does a Korean funeral service differ from those in other countries? Here we will introduce the characteristics and peculiarities of Korean funerals as well as must known etiquettes and procedures. Festive rather than gloomy funerals. One of the characteristics of Korean funerals is that the atmosphere isn't that gloomy compared to other countries. Of course, tears and sadness is also common, but many Korean funerals are characterized by a more festive mood. How come? Let's have a closer look. I mean, I know there was a reason that we had cremated my mom because my dad had read that if you passed away young, you would get cremated. So that was what the choice we did with my mom. And I ultimately chose to do that with my dad as well. Um, because even though my dad is also buried, uh, his ashes are buried at the, he's also buried, but I chose to cremate him as well because I could have a piece of him with me. And I actually had liked that idea because my mom, we had done that with my mom, so I chose to do that with my dad. So I thought that was kind of um uh and my stepmom gave me the choice, so I thought that was kind of cool. Koreans often attend funerals of distant relatives or those of their friends, grandparents. In both cases, they might have hardly or ever seen the person who passed away. So, why do they attend the funeral service of more or less strangers? Most often, it is to give support to the people around them who had a closer connection to the deceased, to family members or friends concerned who might be grieving and feeling sad. Although guests might feel sad for the ones immediately concerned, staying cheerful is a way to try to raise the spirits of friends who have lost a loved one. Therefore, guests are likely to put up a brave front and not show any direct sign of sadness. In other words, Korean funerals are not only for the deceased, but also for the ones still alive. I'll show the box again, Heather, whatever, when I'm done with this article. Angelica wants to be cremated too when they die, or she dies, I should say. It doesn't say anything about burning personal possessions yet, so I'm wondering. You commonly see people at funeral service halls playing Ghost Stop, also called Watu, a traditional Korean fishing card game. At first, it may seem insensitive to play card games at a funeral, but there is a deeper meaning to it than just entertainment. Traditionally, a Korean funeral would last 2 nights and 3 days, during which time the bereaved family and close relatives and friends would get next to no sleep at all. In order to starve off physical fatigue and as a way to greet and socialize with mourning guests, they would play many rounds of Ghost Stop. Furthermore, a Korean funeral hall consists of a room with a memorial altar as well as a larger reception room. It is considered polite to remain in the reception room until late as a way of showing support, and having a glass of soju or playing cards are socially accepted ways to spend the time there. If you go to a Korean funeral, don't be surprised if you are offered something to eat. Preparing a simple meal is a way for the bereaved family to show their gratitude toward funeral guests. It is considered good manners to eat the meal that has been offered, no matter how busy you may be. The meal offer is simple. You are likely to receive yakjang, spicy beef soup, jeon, Korean pancake, boiled pork slices, and fruits. The non-gloomy Korean funeral described above has been a part of Korean tradition for a long time. We could trace the origins of the tradition in Dashirigi, a funeral play which has been designated an intangible cultural property. The Dashirege play, full of funny stories and songs, was performed at funerals in the past in order to give comfort to the bereaved family. Song lyrics and dialogues in the play were often along the lines of, "We heard that there is a party in this house, so let's have a jolly good time." It sounds almost a bit offensive, but it was probably a way for Koreans in the past to process the grief after losing a loved one. The Dashirege play is not performed during funerals anymore, but the culture of non gloomy and bustling funerals lives on. Wow. Wendy goes, Italian wakes, oh, the food, it's comfort. D Nice goes again. Last year, my best friend's father passed away. We had a ceremony at Hollywood Forever. That was the first in person cremation I've been to. Traditional Buddhist ceremony. They let his ashes go at the beach for he can travel more. Oh, that is sweet. Celebration of life, and that's kind of what my stepmom and I did for my dad when he passed. It was more of a celebration than a time of sadness, because I knew my dad wouldn't want us to be sad. We could get a glance of at a modern Korean funeral in the K-drama My Mister, where IU stars as one of the leads. At the funeral of the grandmother of Juan, the mood is initially very quiet and sad. Sing-hoon feels bad for Jian and decides to order an abundance of funeral flowers and also ask friends and acquaintances to drop by to cheer up Jian. Guests show up in large numbers, drinking and enjoying themselves. When IU's long time friend, the elderly janitor, sees the commotion, he says, "Your grandmother is very lucky." Manners and etiquettes for Korean funerals. So, how should you behave during a Korean funeral? How should you greet people? What to wear? And what about condolence money? Condolence money. If you attend a Korean funeral, you are expected to bring condolence money. Traditionally, it is considered auspicious to give money with odd numbers 3, 5, 7, and 10. 10 is included since you get it by adding the lucky numbers 3 and 7. Korean paper money is counted in tens of thousands, so add 4 zeros to each number. Because of inflation recently, it's considered good manners to give 5 or 10, in other words, 50,000 or 100,000 won. If you aren't very close to the family of the deceased, 50,000 won is enough. Whereas you may be expected to give 100,000 won or more if you are close to them. I had no idea, guys. Wow. D Nice goes, Filipinos has a superstition to not bring home food from the funeral. To not bring home food from the funeral, but this funeral, it's customary for the family to give food for everyone to bring home. My mom was not happy. Matthew goes, maybe cremate me and put my ashes in a 58 Plymouth tank, burn the ashes off, might just haunt the car too. Wow. I know, guys, I'm going down a rabbit hole, but I want to see what, because that article had mentioned something about not keeping possessions, but this one has not said anything about it. The envelope is equally as important. Once you've decided on the amount you put the envelope bill in, once you decided on the amount, you put the money bills in an envelope. But it doesn't end there. You also have to choose the proper words. On the front of the envelope, you should write any of these words. These are different words of condolences. On the back of the envelope, you should write your name, usually vertically. Some also write a short message or a prayer at the departed of the right side. Traditional Koreans would offer condolence money after having bowed to the chief mourner, the one who organizes the funeral, often the first son. But recently, it is more common to hand over the envelope at the entrance after having written one's name in the guest book. Family of the deceased, typically men wear black suits and women wear black hanbok. The chief mourner is usually seen with an armband, and women often wear a white ribbon hairpin. Funeral visitors, black suits or suits and dirt colors are recommended. Bare skin can be frowned upon, so if you wear a skirt, you should use stockings. If you wear pants, make sure to also wear black socks. Also, try to avoid slippers or sneakers and instead go for more formal shoes. Sir, I'm going ahead because I'm trying to see if it says anything. It did not say anything. What? Heather, whatever goes. I was never thought about it. I was raised with Scottish tradition, so I guess we brought the food home. My head was spinning that day. Emotions. Oh, maybe it does. I just didn't go further enough. Hold on. I mean, it's an interesting article, none the fact, but because it's seen entering the altar room. All right, it does say it in this. Hold on, we'll add it back to stage. All right. It does say for practicing Buddhists, there is a mourning period of 49 days, after which the 49th day rite is held. If you have seen the movie Along with the Gods, you might recall that the character was judged in the world after death for 49 days. At the 49th day rite, the family would burn clothes and items of the deceased and hold a ceremony, making sure that the deceased has no lingering regrets toward the world of the living. Okay, so what that article said is correct. My dad and I did not do that. I do have possessions of my mom, but we did not do that. And here is the box again because Heather whatever wanted to see the box. And I think I have a box somewhere with that symbol on it. D Nice Goes tip for everyone: if you have an event for an Asian friend, always have red envelopes on hand, red envelopes with money for any occasion, wedding, funerals, etc. Heather, whatever. Thank you for your PayPal. She goes, I remember when your dad died, you were just hiking then, I think. My dad did too. They are loved forever. Hearts for Heather, whatever. Thank you, Heather, whatever. You're awesome. Thank you for the support and the beautiful message. Heather, whatever, got the screenshot because she wants to look up that symbol. That's super cool. Hey, Heather, whatever, let me know what you find out. Because I've seen that symbol before. I think I have a box somewhere with that symbol. So they're saying it's kind of weird that the family would keep the mother's jewelry box because they do burn the possessions, but not well. So they chose to keep the jewelry box. He gave the jewelry box to his other sister, and they're kind of flabbergasted because now the one that passed away, they found it in her house, and she would never want the box because she didn't have a good relationship with the mother. So that is kind of weird with that article. So if I ever go to the Haunted Museum, which I plan to one day, I am gonna look out for that box. I'll probably get starstruck. I'm like, oh my god, that's that box. Heather, whatever. My mom had Chinese furniture. There were symbols similar on corners of the tables and on one lap. I know I've seen it. I think even here I have a piece of furniture that my mom had it and has those symbols on it. Hold on, let me set this up. Wendy Marino goes in estate sale. All right, I got a video to share with you. It's from Reddit. I want to see what your guys' thoughts on it. I'm just going to show the video, and then I'll show, I believe there's a caption that goes along with it, but I'll share the video first. D Nice goes happy Lunar New Year, which was on February 10th, to all the dragons in the chat. I am a snake. It has not been my year yet. I'm waiting for the year of the snake to arrive. But this video is from Reddit. And is there a caption to it? Oh, there's a caption. I'll read the caption first. It goes, Ghost child caught on camera. A little backstory. My husband's best friend used to live in the house in the video. He caught some crazy orb ring camera videos and always felt something was in the house. He ended up getting a divorce and sold the house. A couple of months after the new owners moved in, an old neighbor got a hold of my husband's friend and told him that the new owners wanted to know if he had any paranormal activity when he lived there. They sent him this video that they had caught in their living room, and he sent them his orb videos. The family was not at home when the video was captured. The family does have children, but again, no one was home. The couple who captured the video are getting a divorce, and the house is back on the market. To me, the child in the video looks and sounds like a little girl saying help. Thoughts? All right, guys. I don't know. The orbs to me look real, but not the figure going in the other room. D Nice goes, Lisa, you're next. 2025. Roberto goes, spooky. D Dice goes, then I'm after you in 2026. Cool. I was like, finally, the year of the snake. It's like the door closes. Oh no, the door doesn't close, but there's like a noise. So, guys, what do you think of this video? Do you think, after hearing the backstory and all, Heather, whatever goes, the word sounded longer than help. One sound more, or helpa. D Nice goes, spooky. And ironically, the friend went through a divorce, and I guess this couple that bought the house is having a divorce as well, and the house is on sale again. Tirana goes creepy noise. But what do you guys think of the figure going from one room to the next? Chris Barber goes, I don't think so. It looks weird. Like it looks weird. Now that I'm looking at it, like the figure that's going the childlike figure going from the room to the next looks kind of weird. What do you guys think? And I'll play it again. Like, um, put your view up at the top of the stairs where that door is open on the right. Wendy goes, it's jumping. Heather, whatever goes, like carrying something. Chris Barber goes, the figure weird. It is. The figure's weird. Heather, whatever goes, oh my goodness, the house has a spirit of divorce. It does. That's what's weird about it. Like the previous owner had a divorce, and now the new couple that owns the home is going through a divorce as well. Tyrana goes, looks weird to me. Matthew goes, maybe a blur effect was added to a real kid there. True. Like the orbs look legit, but I don't know about the figure. D Nice goes, sorry, I think that's a pretty cool looking stairway. It is, actually. It's pretty cool. Like the layout of the house is actually kind of cool. Wendy goes, the shadow is small and then gets larger from a different door. Oh, yeah, it kind of does. It's weird though. Like there's orbs too as well. And this was posted about 5 months ago. Matthew goes, more of what I said is further up in the chat. Matthew goes, the orb, then a blur next after the orb at the rails, and then the blur instantly becomes the kid, then the kid leaves the room. Which is weird. Chris Barber goes, the orb might be real, but I don't think the figure is. I agree. I don't think the figure is either. D Nice goes, teleportation. And they said that they had kids, but no one was home at the time. Allegedly. And it happened at 8:25 p.m. Wendy goes, I want to believe. Like I'm kind of with Chris on this one. I believe I feel like the orbs are, but they saw the orbs and they took advantage of it and decided to add a figure and the word help to get some viewings. But what's weird is the house has a history of divorce. So there's something there. Heather, whatever goes past your bedtime, kid. But it is a super cool video, nonetheless. D Nice goes, it's a broken home. What else can you say? True. There could be. It just could be the environment. Because it's or just a quidinky dink. It just happens to be a couple that was trying to go to a new place and then realized they weren't good together. They do that. Some couples do that. Heather, whatever goes, they would have to say if somebody was off there a few years, real state. Chris just had a big boom outside. Woo, that's crazy. Scary. Especially when you're talking about spooky things. And Chris lives next to a graveyard. Dun dun dun. Inquiring minds want to know. No, I'm just kidding. And then Chris is also saying there's no it's clear. The weather's good there. Julius is like, go outside. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. D Nice goes, didn't the rain stop though, D Nice? Or is it raining? I don't know because I can't hear. I know earlier I went out and it wasn't raining. And I have a leak in my laundry room. I'm like, ah. So I put a bucket because it was the water was going on my dryer and my new washer. I was like, oh hell no. D Nice goes, it's raining. Okay. I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow too, so we'll see. All right, I got this another video that's on Instagram. I want to know your thoughts on it. Basically there's no uh backstory to it. It's just basically a video of a bartender doing her thing, and it's from Dreams UFO. And there's no sound. So what do you think? Do you think someone has a string that was holding on to the vodka bottle or whatever it is and pulled it, or do you think it's something paranormal and spooky? Crisco, it sounded like a transformer blue. That's not good. D Dice goes, if it was a ghost, it's probably like not this one. So yeah, do you guys think it's something paranormal where the ghost doesn't want that certain liquor in its drink, or is there someone lurking in the shadows and it has a string on it, a fishing line? Heather, whatever goes spooky. And she's kind of stunned too, because she's like, what the hell? And she looks. I don't know if I could stand there after that. I'd be kind of like Heather whatever goes haunted dollar store. I mean, there's two sides of this. When I first saw this, was like, what the heck? And she's even like, what? It's like she just stops and kind of looks over, like, is that what I just saw? Tirana thinks it's someone with a string. D Nice goes, the way it wobbles, I don't know. Matthew goes, might be a string on the bottom, and once she lifted it up, they waited to pull it. That's what I was thinking, a string. Heather whatever goes, her thumb is funny. It kind of is, unless she's got super long nails. Chris Barber goes, that is fake. There's no way a real bottle of vodka could do that. Wendy goes, my shift is over. Chris Barber thinks the bottle is fake. Heather whatever goes, it is a good video, regardless of if it's fake or not. It's kind of mind boggling. You're like, is it a string or is it something paranormal? We do not know. Only the person that posted the video does. Aaron, what's up? Whether whatever goes break time real quick. I think if I saw that, I'd be running. Unless there was someone there with me. If there was someone there with me, then be a different story because we don't know. She kind of looks to the side, so maybe there was someone there with her. D Nice Ghost Supervisor's like, go home, Janice. You're off the clock. If it was the supervisor, like, why did you throw the bottle of vodka? Matthew goes, it flies out of the hand, then curves down to the floor. That's true. It does. It does. It kind of jumps over the counter. Yeah, but see, the one thing I have a problem with it, though, it misses everything on the table, though, too. I feel like if it was a string, it would have hit something on the table. And it does make a bend. I agree that, but it misses everything on the table. I would think if you did that with a string, it would hit the stuff on the table. But it kind of does hit the table as it's going down. Heather, whatever goes, it floats like it's empty. Yes, it probably is. Because I would think, like I said, it's missing everything on the table. I would think it would hit something on the table. But I mean, it kind of like the tip hits the little the what is it going the pouring spout? I guess you said it looks like it does hit the edge of the table or bar countertop. I should say it's not a table. Heather, whatever goes right, it would dump and drag. So it's a pretty cool video, regardless. There's no explanation to it. It's just a video that someone posted. So it's kind of hard. We don't even know where, like, what location it was at. For all we know, it could be a known haunted bar out in the middle of a mom and pop haunted bar somewhere that we don't know about. D Nice goes, that's the wrong one, says the spirits who's been haunting the unit for years. Matthew goes, also didn't see any liquid come out of the bottle, too. That's true. There's nothing at all. Is there really one like called that? Heather, whatever the Ma and Pa Haunted Bar in Barstow, or are you just making that up? Darn, I was gonna say that's a great name. All right, guys, I have one more video and we'll open it up for questions. It's from TikTok. Let me grab. Let me see if you guys could see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Girl, that's just a leaf.
I know that's a leaf. Where is it at?
I'll play it again, guys.
That's disgusting.
Girl, that's just a leaf.
I know that's a leaf. Where is it at?
All right, guys. That was the jump scare of the night. But I thought it was hilarious because the person videotaping it freaked out like big time. Those always make me laugh. They make me laugh. There's videos floating around. I should play you one of those of where there's people yeah, it's a lizard. There's people like pranking their coworkers, like trying to scare them. It's hilarious. They make me laugh every time when I watch them. Matthew knew it was coming. It was a lizard. Heather, whatever, what was it? It got my dog too. It was a lizard. An actual lizard jumped out of there. And the person filming was like, she started screaming. So I thought that was hilarious. Not really like a scary jump scare, but I just thought it was hilarious because I've been watching those videos where people are pranking their coworkers and trying to scare them and their reactions. And they make me laugh. So this one made me laugh too. So it's kind of like your jump scare of the night with the laugh. All right, guys, I'm going to open it up to questions. Fire away. Keep them questions coming. Wendy goes, we have a bird's nest in Hub's random work bag. I want to film it. No eggs yet. Oh, how cute. That's a weird place for a nest, but cute. That is super cute. Keep the questions coming, guys. Oh my gosh, I have my face. I'm like Julissa goes, what do you have planned for the rest of the week? Well, I'm waiting for the rain to come to finish so I could go outside and enjoy outside. Um, but other than that, I'm not sure. What about you guys? I'm kinda taking each day as the waves wherever the waves take me type of thing. Wendy goes, "It's outside, bird nest everywhere." Wow. That's still cool though. I think it's supposed to rain the next looks like it's gonna rain till Wednesday morning, allegedly. I say allegedly. And then it looks like we're gonna get rain this weekend too. And I'm like, no. Heather, whatever goes, it's snowing. D Nice goes, the rain should stop Wednesday, no rain Thursday. Cool. But then again, it's supposed to rain again, I think, on the weekend as well. Tyrana goes, how do you feel about not having to do retail anymore? I did retail for 13 years and don't miss it. I do not miss it, Tyrana. Oh my gosh. I miss my coworkers. I miss my coworkers. Don't get me wrong, but I don't miss. Oh my gosh, I don't miss it. Like I'm so happy. Like you don't understand. I do not miss it at all. Oh, I did it for way too long. And it was 8 years. And that was way too long. Wendy is waiting for the cold to be gone so I can get my garden prunes and ready. Cool. At least Boo's breeding. That's super cool. Pesky internet, Chris. That sucks. I hate when that happens. I was kind of a little afraid because I was thinking mine would go out because of the rain, but watch it does. Let me knock on wood. Luckily, my desk is wood right now. The one I'm using right now, but Matthew wants to believe. I'm probably gonna finish watching that documentary I was watching about the Cecil. Heather, whatever goes, Bernadette would say, where's the pinche duck? All right, the guys, the pinche duck is right there. For all y'all that didn't know where it was. I know Matthew, you knew where it was. D Nice goes, my friend whose wedding I went to at the Buddhist temple, she just told me before the stream that she is 10 weeks pregnant. I am so happy for her and that I have my crochet area back. So work time. Oh, that is so super cool. Tyrana goes, I know what you mean. I miss my coworkers. I'm happy that you're happy. Thank you, Tyrana. Matthew goes, I knew it. I told you I want to believe. Heather, whatever goes, disguised. Julissa goes, wow, that pinche duck. YouTube is like, you're saying pinche too many times. Chris goes, I didn't see it because of the red. Well, yeah, I guess it kind of blends in. Actually, it blends in with the skeletons with Larry and Jerry, because it's like he's at the feet of Larry and Jerry. D Nice goes, dang it! Keep the questions coming, guys. Matthew goes, the duck is snipping at the skeleton's toes. He is. Or nipping. He is for sure. Chris has seen the pumpkin, but not the skeleton. Julissa goes, any good movies out that I could take a 12-year-old boy to? My kids have the whole week off. I am not sure what's out. I haven't been following. I know what's gonna come out, but I haven't seen what is out now. To be honest with you, Julissa, that's bad. I should know. Wendy is asking who is above Elvis, or you mean Gary? Elvis is uh Lewis's alien that looks like Allie. This I forgot what we named him. I forgot what we named him. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. I did. I forgot what I named him. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, I saw those. Matthew, I saw the Ghostbusters popcorn buckets. They look cool. I have an Elvis looking alien, but her name is Allie. That I got from the beautiful Marcella. And she's off screen. She sits on my desk right here. Matthew goes, the Slimer one has a big butt on the back. Are you, Matthew, are you going to get one of those popcorn buckets? I totally forgot what I named this skeleton. Oh my god, that's bad. That is bad. I know I named him, but I don't remember the name. Remember the name. Wendy, it's Allie the alien. Matthew goes, none of those theaters are close enough for me. The closest I have is CMX, but seen now Ghostbuster stuff for IR. Heather, whatever goes, I need a new popcorn bucket. Good idea. Mine is an old Disneyland one. Chris goes, I don't remember anyone's name. I remember fate. I'm like horrible with names. Like I'll remember a few people's names, but I forget people's names sometimes. Oh, for it is what you meant, Matthew. I know, Wendy. I'll be walking in my room. I'm like, oh. I know. I'm very good at faces, but names sometimes I jumble. They'll be like, "Do you know who this guy is?" And they'll tell me a name or a girl, and I'm like, "No, but I bet you if I see their face, I'll know who you're talking about." Like I'm good with faces, just not names. D Nice goes, "Wait, you have?" Yes, I do actually. I've got an actual board. The Hasbro one is in my closet. I actually should bring the Hasbro one in here. That one's in the closet, but I've got this one, which is like a wooden one, and the planchette is in my room by my bed. I don't have it with it because I don't want any shenanigans going on in here. And then I've got this one, which is like a tapestry one that you hang on the wall, but I haven't been able to move. I need to move my TV, so and it looked like an eyesore, so I put the Ouija board cover over. That's what I'm going to do this week. I need to move that to make room because I can't get to my DJ equipment. But it's like a I don't know what you call it, like a tapestry kind of looking thing, and you can hang it on the wall, but I don't have anywhere in here that I can hang it because it's big. So I was like, oh, I could put it there for now. No planchette came with this one though. Wouldn't that would be crazy if it did come with one. Chris Barber goes, "You're a right brain thinker, Lisa, like me, faces not but not names." Yeah. It's certain people I do remember names, like, right away. I'll even be like, I'll know their name, and then the next day, like, I'll have a brain fart and I'll forget it. And I'm like, "Wait a minute, I know their name." Matthew goes, "You need a ghost and call it Louis Bouis." But it's a cool little tapestry thing. I hope to put it on the wall somewhere. But it'll work as, like, something you could cover something with too. Chris Burgo's more creative, less logical. I think Chris, I'm a little bit of both. I'm not like super creative and I'm not super logical. But if you show me how to do something, I pick it up right away. I'm a fast learner. Or I can figure things out quickly, which is like, yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing about me. I can figure it out too. Keep the questions going, guys. We're coming. D Nice goes, "Knit with me. I'm knitting a blanket for my friend's baby." Your D Nice, your side will come out nicely, and then my side will be all over the place. I don't think I want to do that to your friend's baby. That is cool though. Those are the best gifts, the ones that are made by hand and with love. Matthew goes, "Don't know what side of my brain works. Left-handed though. I did use both hands when I first started school. I had a friend that she was forced to be right-handed, so she would write like the way she would hold a pencil would in her right hand would be as if she was left-handed." D Nice goes, "Or should Ms. Lecca and I give you a lesson?" I've always been right-handed from the start, but I could do things left-hand like I force myself to do things left-handed too. Because there's some things you need to do with your left hand that you can't do with your right. Joanne is crocheting leaves. That is super cool. I have little crochet kits that I bought and I never got to learn how to crochet, so I should dive into those. I have Pac-Man and the ghost and the little ghost figure. D Nice goes, "Do you want a voodoo doll? The Michael figure I gave Lewis looks like a voodoo doll. It's special because that's the first of its kind I made." Voodoo dolls are cool, D Nice. I like any doll. I like any dolls that are creepy. Voodoo dolls are cool. Joanne goes, "It is fun." I know in the past they thought using your left hand was evil, so they made people right-handed. So I know that was a thing. D Nice goes, "I got something for you already, but also too now I have a new idea." All right, guys, any last minute questions? Matthew's going, "Bruce Campbell is left-handed." Like, I always notice when someone's left-handed and I think it's cool. And you're also making something for Bernadette. That's cool, D. Nice. Awesome. All right, guys, I am going to end the stream here. I'll see you on the next one. I forgot I may be going to a music festival on Saturday, so I may do a stream a day before or so. So keep an eye out on the socials and I will let you know, but I will go live. So I'll see you on the next one, guys. Stay spooky. And thank you for joining me. And good night, guys. You guys are awesome. All right, good night, guys.